Paul from Deutsche Auto Parts. Today we're going to be going through a question that's on everyone's mind. Does performance tuning on a vehicle void its new car warranty? During my more than 10 years working at dealerships, I learned a lot about the warranty process and how the dealership environment works. So the question becomes, does performance software on your vehicle void your warranty? And the simple answer to the question is no, it doesn't. And the long answer to that question is it kind of does. So then the question becomes, what's covered? So we just want to start with a disclaimer about all this information is always going to be subject to the dealership you're going to. So some dealerships are going to be way more forgiving of any performance modifications. Some are going to tell you that they won't even work on your vehicle. So just be aware of that. Performance software on your vehicle is always a potential risk for warranty repairs being declined. So we go through and we say what's covered and what isn't. When you flash a vehicle, a lot of things are going to be changed on the vehicle. So it gives a dealer a blanket to be able to say, no, this is covered, no, this isn't, yes, this is covered, and it becomes very difficult to identify what is correct and what isn't. The often common problems that happen on a car that doesn't have any performance software on it, generally most dealers aren't going to give you a hard time about it. So for example, if you go to a 2010 GTI, 2-liter turbo engine, they had issues with PCV valves, diverter valves, intake manifold flat runners, which were part of the intake manifold on those vehicles. Some of them have injector problems and even evap purge valves or NAD valves. All those problems are common problems for if you had no modifications on your vehicle. So in most places, if you went to a dealership and you had a problem with it, not a big deal. But if you have the same recurring repair over and over and over again, eventually you're going to run into issues where they're not going to cover it anymore. So then we move on to other repairs. Okay, is your coverage of your radio? Your radio, if it has a problem and you have performance software, your radio, it's covered under warranty. Same goes for suspension. You have a low mileage on your car, is still covered under the new car warranty, and you have a squeak in your suspension. If you only have performance software, no problem, covered under warranty. You have interior trim peeling on your vehicle, assuming there's not coke all over it, should be covered under warranty. At the end of the day, all this stuff really boils down to the relationship with your dealership. And it's become to this point where a lot of dealers even sell performance software. It's becoming very common, so it's not as controversial as it once was. The reality of the situation is there's always risk involved with modifying your vehicle, and that's up to you to take the risk. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and leave any questions, ideas, or feedback in the comments below.